check. Looks like we have a signal here. Hope everybody's doing good. This here 17th of July, Friday, 2026. Just going to quickly go over this unfortunate case. Another one by the myriad, of course. And as we always point out, is there a code that is playing out and you're just playing your, character role? And is there a nefarious group that have amplified the frequency vibration of a specific code? And that's why everything is just so crazy and manic, the way it is in the present day in 2026. Bear with me one moment here. Of course, you can follow along via the situation reveal show notes provided. Just go on my community wall post or via the link provided in the live chat. I pinned it there. That way you can have a semi-interactive experience as we, put this under the microscope for the gazillionth time, All right, banner looks good. That looks good. Give me one moment here. We may probably going to do another run of this, but with the video, as I said, not to be so much combative, but we have to say what needs to be said sometimes. Of course, I'm talking about Bouncer and whatnot, and not just him, it's just in general, right? It's not a personal attack on him per se. It's more that a specific type of collective hive mind, as I've been pointing out for a very long time. Even before I started making videos, I was detecting this thing, like, what is it? What is this? Now I said, oh, that's what it is. That's the problem right there. MK Ultra Utopia definitely aids it, a huge catalyst for it. I'm just quickly going back before we start this case, whether it's a self-deletion, whatever the type of case is, right? Cancer, etc. Or a case like this, would you find comfort in knowing that there was allocated numbers that kind of had a type of destiny and fate path for you or that your loved one? Again, whether you die naturally, whether your loved one dies naturally, and or via, what we are unfortunately looking at again for the gazillionth time, by the numbers. But I personally find more alleviation from knowing this or having the ability to make some type of sense of. Again, I don't know it all, but it definitely takes some of the weight off, knowing that there's a bigger plan that's already been planned out and you're kind of just playing your role. But I'm not saying that it takes away accountability for something like this piece of shit scumbag pendejo. Of course, I'm talking about Daniel Change in a moment. But we know there's levels to this, and how awake people are in their mental, spiritually. That their body's the counterpart. How awake are you? In unison? Are you just waking up every day, or are you, somewhat, actually spiritually awake while you're in your body that's governing you to do certain stuff while you're here? Toilet, etc., food, blinking, a whole host of things, right? And again, your spiritual part of you, pretty sure you don't need to blink from going to the toilet, and a whole host by the myriad of other things, right? And in and out of matrices, I would say maybe there's a part of it where I said before, you kind of want to get beyond the archons, the archonic forces that hold you subject to, when you go into certain realms for the experience where they run parallel, because you know how your body's mapped out from the meridian lines, the ley lines, you like your acupuncture points, right? All that, the electrical grid, if you may, right? All runs parallel back to wandering stars and whatnot, right? And those are all got, they're in their way of being, you know what I mean? All the stats that they have and characteristics of, there always will be what that is. You know what I mean? Like certain things will always be that specific thing. And obviously, a lot of souls, spirits, etc., when you come into matrices in your incarnation, obviously, a lot of people are never going to, think a specific way from how they used to think, change how they are. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. Let alone trying to get on art like that. Yeah, man. So I was at the Earth School, the universe, the cosmic university, and it's a shame, man. That was all part of it. So trying to take it on the chin, all my products back at the same time, and just transmute what you can. Other things I say that can't change, that you can't do anything. Just kind of have to just keep it moving and let it play out, whether it's in existence or close in your face, because there's only so much you can say or do, you know what I mean? To a situation and or people. So, first slide up. If you go on the community wall post, you can follow the man's being charged. Daniel James charged. This was done from here with the slide. And oh my god, hopefully you can hear me okay. Mic check. Mic check. I was going to put my card in my tablet. Screen. Oh, something. Excuse me, guys. Let me just try and place this phone in another spot. Just before I started, it was on literally full bars. Mic check. Yes, seems alright now. So as I say, follow along. You can go to the last post, wall post there. Hit the link in the live chat that's pinned, and you can follow along. So charged with murder, right? You have David Sean James. So you can see the picture on the left side where he was knocking on unsuspecting people's doors. You might be thinking, oh, is it a Jehovah's Witness? Might be my Uber Eats, my Just Eat that's coming to the door. Let me go and answer. And then 2 2s, you've got some mentally deranged Zombieland variant with a knife. As you can see, this is why somebody's door cam, like a Ring camera. And as I say, with the lady in question, that guy, I think he might have stabbed, I don't know if he stabbed somebody else and then went and stabbed her, climbed through a window, and however it went down. But just to zoom in with this picture, as you can see anyway, Sean James stands at the door of a Hayes home, knife in hand, right? So let's read some in the middle bit, and then we'll get to the numbers and the breakdown for the bazillionth time that the world, unfortunately, is sleeping on. No surprises there. That's why I say, do I even need to do the bouncer video maybe tomorrow? Going over this again, but with the video, we'll go through his hypocritical, contradictive nature that he has. 1 minute he's championing, knife crime and or doing crime, and then in another video he's saying, yo, come on, man, what are you doing, bro? Why aren't you championing this information? Not just because part of this information, obviously there's a big community here, but obviously, I'm a black man, you're a black guy, you say a lot of stuff to do. Well, a lot of people like to put down journalists when they start doing their thing and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, what are you saying? You haven't seen one comment I've left, for a year. Is that what you're telling me? Come on, man. Come on. Then I see you put up something to do with football earlier, and I said, Ross Clark, what are you saying? You don't know that, which he probably does, most sports have Freemasonic origins. Look at baseball. Go from bird's eye view. You know how they run around in the square bit? Isn't that not square and compass? Not to mention, it is the guy behind it, I can't remember his name now, was a Freemason again that made the baseball. All of these sports, man. And as I say, was it Argentina and who was it? Argentina and England. Not that I watched it, but just go on my community wall post just before this post that we're looking at here, going through this nice scrum from 2 channels, Number Games with Zach and Script Unveiled. Body bagging the World Cup, showing you that they're literally, because there's a picture going around, right, with Messi, and you've got the black baby. I think it's Messi in the picture, or it's supposed to be Messi. I don't know if it's like supposed to be him, but it's somebody else, or referral, or it's actually him, and there's the black baby in the bathtub, in the little baby bath thing. Have you seen the picture? You'll see it on the thumbnail. You see it just there on my community wall post, right? And then you'll see from that picture from all that time ago how it relates to today with the baby in the picture that is now the footballer, and how Messi factors in and all of that. And you say to yourself, my God, it goes to show like a good batch of these players and whatnot, be it basketball, this thing, that thing. It's like they're just bred off a conveyor belt. You know what I mean? Tom Brady, all of that type of, you know what I mean? It's like, my God. And then, as I say, they just feed them, bread and water, get the gladiators out in Rome, nobody cares about what you need to care about. Oh, football's on. It's the most funniest thing to behold. Sad, but funny. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not a part of the herd, man. Thank you, universe. Much love as always. Now, look at this. If I come out, I can see it better here. The writing is small in the Metropolitan Police. So, reading in the middle, man charged with murder after double stabbing in Hayes. As I said, so he must have maybe stabbed somebody else first, then maybe at their doorstep after knocking on random doors. Then this is in the UK, Hayes, Uxbridge area. And I think he climbed up into, what's her name? Kirandeep Kaur? How you pronounce it? Excuse me again. Rest in peace and all of that stuff. Condolences to you and your loved ones, friends and family and whatnot, and your children. If you've got children that left, I think she had a few kids, maybe 3 or 4. She was 24 years old. She was a student doing her thing. You know what I mean? Not bothering nobody. Doing just living. And so probably not having to worry about X, Y, Z. Now you've just got some crazy individual doing a madness. Yeah. Now, so you have Daniel Sean James, 44, right? 44 years old. Again, knifeman equals 44. Yeah, knifeman. We'll get to the numbers in a minute, but I just got to throw that out. Knifeman equals 44. Kill equals 44, yeah? And again, for anybody new here, think about military, soldiers, split the word up. Soldiers, soul dyer, SOL, like the sun, soul, solar system. Right? Think about military, soldier, firearms, gunfire, shooting. All those type of words equal 44. Like execution, like kill equals 44. And again, coming back to this, ninth man equals 44, yeah? And he's 44 years old at the time of this. And he's born 29th of the 4th, 1982. So 29th of April. And stabbing equal 29. Not to mention the next part that I'm going to get to, but I'm just trying to hold off. Don't want to be too extra before we get to the numbers to see on the screen. Or if you're following along, excuse me, you know what I mean, semi-interactive. Now, so Daniel Sean James, age 44, born 29th of the 4th, 1982, of Mercer Place, Pinner, was charged on Monday, 13th of July, with murder and attempted murder and possession of a bladed article. He will appear before Willesden Magistrates Court this morning, Tuesday the 14th of July. Police were called to reports of a stabbing at a property on Uxbridge Road around 7:55 a.m. on Sunday the 12th of July. Go to the next slide. You just screw it over. Why did you do that? Give me a second here. Right, so officers attended with the London ambulance service. Upon arrival, they found a 24-year-old woman with stab injuries. Despite the efforts of emergency services, she was sadly pronounced dead at the scene. The victim can now be named as Kirandeep Kaur, K-A-U-R, the last name. Her next of kin have been informed and are being supported by specialist officers. A man aged in his 20s. What? In his 20s? Oh, that must be the attempted stab. Sorry. So, yeah, a man aged in his 20s was found outside the property with stab injuries, excuse me, to laceration. He remains in hospital, and his injuries are not believed to be life-threatening. Right, so that must have been the attempted one, of course, and then of course you got the one that was full-blown exit the plane of existence via this piece of shit scumbag pendejo. And as I say, why isn't this plastered all over the news everywhere? I haven't seen this plastered everywhere, or at the top of on the Sun, like the main story for the day. I've seen tiny little thumbnail part for it around other stories that I've got, bigger exposure with how they've done it with the thumbnail and whatnot, and the caption around it before you tap in to the story, and then you get another window or the same, on the same window, whatever. All right, so now let's go to the next slide. Now, I thought I'd make this slide for obvious reasons. I've even got a petition there. Probably I've said this before, but it came back in my mind the other day. And I said, my God, are people now going to have to, live their lives, women and children, all colors and creeds, going to have to live our lives rolling around town in hamster balls. All right, again, we're on slide 3 if you're looking or watching, semi-interactive. Or if you're watching after the live stream or listening, you can, as I say, go and check out the slides and see what I'm talking about while you listen, excuse me. But yeah, because I was thinking, wow, it would help if you got all the car plows going on in recent times. That's trending, more than likely originating from the Jesuit order, just like how it did. What was it in France that time? Maybe 2013 or 2014, 15, not more than 16. And I remember you had the Idris Elba movie that came out. What's it called again? It was like a heist movie or something, but they changed the name because it had the same area as a truck run through and run down the people. But then that was a bit suspicious, that particular one, because I'm thinking, was it like dummies and mannequins or something? Like when you look close, like it was a weird one. The screen of the vehicle didn't make sense, how it got smashed, or I can't remember how it went now. It was like, okay, is this one even really real, or is it like a full-blown psyop with no injured? Because they do a mixed bag of ones where people do get injured. They've got ones where obviously they're going to have the again, when people injured or whether people are injured or not, but they're going to have like a crisis actors within that to then entice people to do specific stuff by their actions or what they're saying or how they're moving. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, you know, you'd be walking down the street, you wouldn't have to worry as much. You know, if your car plow, you would just bounce across the street. You know what I mean? No hospitalization, nothing, not a scratch. You know, wouldn't have to worry about the stabbing as much. You know, because it would be like a double seal with the ball. You know, in the future, we'll have it incorporated in your clothing, so you just have to pull a string, something like that, or a button, yeah, and then it will just around you as you feel danger was coming in, a car screeching tires. You know what I mean? Before you even need to look backwards to see if the car's coming towards you, you could just pull the string on your coat, and then twos. Now you just, you know, all inside the hamster ball, safe. It comes out as fast and will surround you as fast as a you know, like oh man, you know, the car when the air thing, the airbag with the car. You know how fast that comes out? Yeah. So you can see the petition there. We're going to make up a petition. We'll send it out to the local governor. You know what I mean? For the UK, the local mayor. You know what I mean? You know, stay bubbled. We've got the Community Protection Initiative. If we can get, you know, millions signatures, what do you say? You know what I mean? It seems like the only way, better than anything Sadiq Khan's done, and since he's had his run as mayor, what's he fucking doing? What are you saying? You wanna vote for me? Shall I take the stand? Fucking hell. But in all seriousness, I mean, is this what it's gonna have to be? You know? We'll have like you got the bike lanes, we'll have roller lanes as well for everybody in their hamster balls. You get me? Yeah. Right, slide 4. If we can get there, why is it not moving? Oh, God. Mic check. Is this thing even working? What is it doing now? Give me one moment, guys. Mic check. Right, hopefully I haven't experienced any loss of sound or anything like that since I've been on. But anyway, we'll keep it pushing, we'll keep it moving. Oh my God, why is that going down again, man? Signal where I am is absolutely ridiculous. Give me something, guys. So we can get this in a decent spot. On the next transmission, I'll definitely be direct. I'm not going to use my, send the data over from one device to the next. And all that malarkey will be just straight in. Where the phone was originally was sexy. Let's look at that place again. Just bear with me a moment. Check. So anyway, yeah, Daniel on slide 4. Daniel, English ordinal, D the 4th, A the 1st, N the 14th, and so forth. Add it up. Daniel equals 45. And as you know, knife equals 45. Alright? Even though it's not on this side, we'll do the next one. If not on after that, excuse me. Knife equals 27 and 45, but we're not really following 27, but we're just looking at the additional layers as to why things are happening on a given day together with the precipitation of the day and or their birthday and or numbers and life lessons in the year of their birthday in conjunction with the day in question, and or with when they actually are born. Sometimes do some amazing life lessons in numerology when a specific person's born, to do with running parallel with what we may be looking at, with the type of story at hand, with hypothetically whatever it could be, right? It doesn't have to be knife crime or football or whatever it is, yeah. Hypothetically speaking. Now, give me one moment. Oh yes, that's a sexy signal now. Okay, so now again, he's born in 1982, right? Knives equal to 82. Again, just up all the things via precipitation, right? And polarization of the day. When he's born, what year he's born, yada yada yada, like what I was just saying, yeah? It stabs 74. Stab is 74 as well. Just keep that in mind. Also note stab wound is 119, knife is 119. Might have a 43 in there as well. I can't remember. Oh no, don't worry about the 43, I don't think. But yeah, no, 119s. We're going to go to the next slide now. So slide number 5. We'll flip and get there. What's happening, man? Hold up, give me a sec. I'm just going to get the start, can we? Oh, goodness. Long. Okay. No, Kirandeep Kaur, I pronounce the name, excuse me, equates to 82. Knives equals 82. Again, she died via knife crime, right? The day that we'll get to that in a moment. Right? But just remember, keep it in your mind, Sikh, she was a Sikh, right? That was her religion. Sikh equals 29. Keep that in mind. Sikh equals 29. Like stabbing and stab wound equals 29. When is the perpetrator born again? Interesting. Also, stabbing and stab wound. There should be another 52 coming up in relation with that in a moment. But stabbing and stab wound for now equals 52, just like Kirandeep equals 52. So again, stabbing and stab wound 52. And as I pointed out before, that's why they love. And obviously did this, probably starting it off with the sly ups and psyops, and then obviously monkey see, monkey do on the other end of the scale. But that's why they love tying in the terrorist acts with the knife stuff, because they know terrorist equals 52, and more likely for the most part, the sly ups and the psyops, obviously that's coming from who? Government. Government equals 52. If I remember correctly, is Islam 52 as well? I need to get a rain check, I can't remember. Or Islamic, one of them. I think one of them, if I'm not mistaken. Or 54, terrorism 54. And of course, back to the old Jesuit order 54 and all of that malarkey. But anyway. Also her last name, I don't think I put it here. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but Blade equals 15. The deceased last name at the top there on slide number 5 equals 15. Again, Blade equals 15. And 24. She died at 24 years old. Blade equals 15 and 24. All right. Perpetrator's last name was James, or is James. He's still here, unfortunately. Taxpayer is gonna, pay for him while he's in prison. While he gets so many years, as if the amount of years that he gets, like, what were you saying? Is he? And as I say, he's probably going to go into a fucking mental home anyway. rather than a standard type of prison, I'd suspect, and I'll be presumptuous to say, at the very least, for obvious reasons, which I'm about to get to in a moment. So let's scoot over to slide number 6. After I say his last name, James 33, the only weekday that equates to 33 is Sunday. Again, it happened on a Sunday. We have Daniel Sean James. All right, next slide number 6. Oh, fucking hell. Now, he's born on the 119th day of the year. Soon as I saw his age, when I got up the Metropolitan Police, as we just went through that slide just now, right? Before we got to the numbers, I said, 119th day of the year. April 29th, stabbing 29. Did we not just say Sikh equals 29? Again, the lady that died was a Sikh. That was her religion, right? Like the guy with Henry Nowak, excuse me. What's his name? Vikram something. The guy that went to prison recently. And he stabbed the young man. Like British Polish, if I'm not mistaken. Henry Nowak. Of course, we covered that. But anywho, look at the life lesson on the day in question. 12th of July. So 12 at 7, or you could do it the other way. Obviously, we do day, then year. But, you know, American guy did make this calculator who's in the community. Shout out to Gamunchanair_85, a.k.a. Derek. As much as I will say, you know, you still got the affected by the collective hive mind syndrome. Just like Bouncer, just like a few more that I'm not even going to mention today. Some I might mention in a couple of days or tomorrow. Other ones I'm not even going to mention. I'm just bearing witness. My mind took notes. I said, wow, really? Is that how we're flexing? Yeah, all right. Interesting. Considering. Fucking hell. It's for them to make the effort, you know, if they want to stay in a specific way of being. I mean, I can't. Yeah, just keep it moving, man. Everything is everything. You see it. I'm not here trying to change people. You should just know a specific thing. If you talk a specific way, well then, come on, man. Anywho, so 7 at 12, July at 12, the 12th day, right? So the 7th month at the 12th day, at 2, at 0, at 2, at 6 equates to 29. She was a Sikh woman. Sikh equals 29. He's born on the 29th of April. We spoke about 1982. Her last name, was it 82? Or of the first name and last name 82? Whatever it was. All right? We had the 82 of her name. It was either all together or first and last or just the last. I think it might have been all together or the first name. But knives equals 82. And then here we have the perpetrator, which, you know, we need some Judge Dredd situation going on for certain cases. Yeah, people that are effed up in the brain or power tripping. We actually need some Judge Dredd. If we had that on the spot, right, there'll be a lot of shit that I don't care how much you thought you are. You think you are, you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of them that be like, well, you know what? Maybe not. Because if Dredd busts that corner, or, you know, somebody that, you know, what they're called to do, is it the Justice Hall or the Hall of Justice, whatever it's called? Like, if one of them come around, if a judge comes around, you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Am I going to risk it today? You know what I mean? Even in the queue, you thought somebody jumped the queue, you get the Starbucks coffee, you're ready to switch. You're like, well, actually, you know what? I was about to cuss the person behind the counter. Didn't you see me? How did it go around? Or called them forward first when I was blinking my eye, just looking to the left side and checking out the menu for the, you know, whatever the, you know, the chocolate mocha. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, I turn around and then two Ross Club. What happened to him? You didn't see me there? You know, my blood was about to boil and twos. Oh shit, let me call my jets. Because any minute now, they can hit a button behind the desk now, and the cameras now can, you know, look at the heat spectrum of you, look at your facials, you know what I mean? No, Ross Clark. Furthermore, ooh, look at the numbers around him as well. You know, you can have it all coded in the camera technology and be like, you know what, let's get a judge on there and two twos. You got someone in your ear in front of your eyes saying, how do you plead? Yeah, you want ISO cubes or on the spot serious judgment to be either live or die. What are you saying? My point is, how many people are not going to be flapping gums, chatting shit, no matter how bad you think you are and or mental that you are, whether you realize it or not? I'm telling you right now, right? You're going to think about and second guess, shit, is that the best foot to put forward? Now, you can see the obvious right in the middle there. You see that right there? You see that? Again, it's 44 years old, right? Right. Remember, knifeman equals 44, kill 44, but one of that before. Now, quickly going to mentals. 119. Is what again? What is it again? State of mind equals 171. The 171st prime is 1019. Drop the zero, and zero is just a placeholder. 119. Think about when they put you in lockdown, just for a quick example. And in the news, they was talking about, oh, there's a big spike with suicide because of lockdown. These times, by design, no, it was the government and the government that done all this craziness as an IQ test and to just grind us down, make your mind more mush. You know what I mean? And then, you know, treat you like shit, like a robot, subservient, dumb and docile, bee-spraying buffoon. Better get a jab or else I can't get to work when they allow us out after lockdown. But anyway, if you had symptoms in the UK, what was the number to call? If you thought you had symptoms of whatever variant out there, do you remember? It was 119. I think the Tories as well was 119, right? But anyway, lockdown equals 119, mental health 119, suicide equals 119, welfare and mood swing. Again, note how all these type of words and or other specific words, how they all can pigeonhole together, because again, note vibration and frequency, yeah? Just like, again, you've got the passage in the Talmud book that they all go by, you know, one of the specific books when they like to, you know, talk about treating us like goyim and expendables, right? There's always more idiots to fight their wars and be subservient through the lies that they put out and their, you know, the you know, whatever jurisdiction, the lies that they set up, right? So anyway, in Baba Kamar 113A, it was stated in a legal setting, they will circumvent the Gentile if they basically want to be dumb, docile, basic, peace-brain, susceptible fools. So what's interesting is, if you write out the number for dishonesty, that equals 113. Again, this is the passage in Baba Kamar 1138 in the Talmud book. Yeah, the Talmud. Yeah. You have infidelity, you know, infidelity against your wife, lying, cheating, 113. Yeah, that's what it equates to, infidelity. Perjury equals 113. Not factual, not true, bullshit, all those equal 113. Green screen, who likes to lie pretending they're going to Mars, the moon, Artemis 2 mission, fly by the moon and whatnot. Green screen. Green screen equals 113. Mainstream, politics. I think dream world as well, maybe illusion as well, equal 113. A few more that I'm forgetting right now, but again, just to let you realize, again, if you're new here, this is not just like, again, oh, we're just trying to, as certain people will say, cough, cough. You know, you're just trying to throw shit at the wall, see what sticks. There's no rhyme or reason to what you're doing. You're just making stuff up, chatting shit. You've got psychosis. Even, and as I always say, even if you want to say we've got psychosis, and there's different types of psychosis, right? And all these people, they've got their own type of psychosis going on. Facts, right? Again, you can't tell me there's a song called Murder by Numbers that came out in 1983 and the word murder equals 83, not to mention murder, death, kill, cancel, destroy, collapse, found dead, destroy, you know, all these type of words under that umbrella equal 38, killing 38, you know what I mean? Stabbing 38, and maybe stab wound or one of the two, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, how much, like, is this all just random then? What are you saying? Or has somebody realized how the structure of the realm works, and they said, wow, we can cast some serious spells through the wording and the spelling. Hence why I keep pointing out the old name for God in Hebrew is tetragrammaton, key part grammar. And again, in those people that love the Talmud book, what we were just talking about with the 113a, they have the book of formations. What does it say in one of the first passages? God speaks the word into existence over numbered days. Now remember, they've been keeping you asleep, whether they give you Quran to look at, football, Christianity. Again, I'm not saying that there might not be some stuff you can take from all of those, even football, and live your life by, right? And don't do no harm or wrong to yourself and to other people. But I'm saying under the circus tent, matrix tent that they've made up, note the system erect, yeah? It ain't no fucking joke. So as I say, all those that want to take time and, as I say, go out of pocket and out of proportion rather than sticking to what you're saying rather than talking nonsense. You know what I mean? You know who I'm talking about without even saying it, yeah? If you see my community wall post recently, you know what I'm talking about. For example, right? Not just them, you know, there's much more other people than, you know, those nutcases, right? You've got different levels of psychosis and nutcases, yeah? Via the system and their lineage, gene pool, yeah? There was something I was getting to say just now, but I'm pretty sure you can kind of grasp what I was trying to say, right? All right, the Dame question. Going back to this, probably come back to my mind in a second. We're bouncing around with this anyway, but yeah, with the Dame question, it's the 193rd day of the year as of 12th of July, right? 193rd day of the year. The 44th prime number is 193. Again, ninth man, kill. And we spoke about the military stuff and how that factors in as well before with soldier and 44 shooting firearms and gunfire and whatnot. Right? So when these type of things happen on these type of days and you have no idea about, you know, the precipitation and the polarized, how the day's polarized in nature concerning the grid, if you may, that's been set up right next to the organic matrix. Again, I'm not saying that things wouldn't take place without obviously XYZ with the scumbags and nefarious lot doing their do, right? But obviously it will be far lot less without their influence and what we're being subjected to as people. Oh, and that's what I was going to say. Just quickly, going back to, you know, the different types of psychosis. My point is, just quickly bouncing back before I lose the thought. Just come back to my mind. Look at how these people play into bickering, chatting shit when we should all be allies to a degree. Even if you think, oh, well, you know what, there's some points about XYZ that I don't get with, but then there should be still a whole host of points that you do get, right? And my point is, why ultra overly play into the fighting and the bickering with those that you shouldn't even be fighting and bickering with? Does that not make, like, you see my point here? Like, why are you all extra? Because you think I drunk the Kool-Aid in the Gamontre community when I've shown a gazillion times and without even trying to show it, you can see that's not the case without me even having to explain it. You know what I mean? So, like, can you put the brakes on already, guys? Like, what's really going on there? Why are you wasting kilojoules? I'm not your enemy by default in that sense. You know what I mean? Like, these people are, as I'm telling you, psychosis is a real thing, yeah? As I say, people are going to be people. You're going to do what you want to do. Okay. I can only do and say so much. If you don't change your personal default, well then, there you go. So, pretty sure stabbed equals 53. He's born on the day of a life lesson in 53. April 29. So 4 at 29, at 1 at 9, at 8 at 2 equals 53. The word stabbed, right? ED at the end, stabbed equals 53. I don't think I did punch it into the slides, mind you. Also, Def 97 at the bottom there. We're on slide 6. We've only got 2 slides left. Yeah? Again, he's born on 190th day of the year. We just spoke about all the mental stuff, right? And we've shown it in other circumstances, like with the celebrity host lady that died a few years ago. For another example by the myriad, where they say she committed suicide, even though it looked very suspicious. I'm still going to say I don't think she personally committed suicide. I think something else happened to them that, we're never going to be the fly on the wall to be able to, I don't know if you've seen the movie with fucking Denzel Washington called Deja Vu, without me, breaking that down. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it, then you'll get up to speed with what I was saying. It's a big sidebar without explaining that. Deja Vu with Denzel Washington, good movie. And the technology they use in that film. But, yeah, man, it was very suspicious, just like, did they say his one was suicide or he accidentally fell out the window? The guy One Direction. Anyway, we're not going to go on One Direction, but my point is, Caroline Flack, the host from Love Island. Again, I don't watch these shows, but I remember she was the host of that at the time. And when is she born? November 9th, 119. Not to mention, Caroline equals 34. I'm pretty sure it was Caroline or Flack. Her last name was 34. Suicide equals 34. Not to mention all the rest, right? Right. So, go figure. If you can find my videos and or huge playlist with about 40 entries, because after her death, I kept coming across, every other day, things coming across my desk via the media where there was blatantly mocking her. When I mean blatant, you can't get more blatant. It was like, oh my God. It was just like weekly for the next year, 2 years almost, something like that. I said, my God, can you just leave the woman alone, please? Wow. You had the next host one time with the baby grow thing. You'd have to go and, because I can't remember it all off the top. But my God, it was really something, man. You had the lady that took over the show, Love Island, from Ireland, right? Can't stand her, yeah, personally. Because of the bigger picture, what I was looking at, I said, someone out of you lot knows a little bit more than what you're letting on. And then how is it all of these things that are coincided in the media down to when you get pregnant and the baby growth thing, however it went down? It was like, oh my God, and all the numbers with it. And then the day that it was in the flipping news, and then they allocated back with birthdays and the death day of Caroline Flack. I said, you know what? And the woman herself as well. I can't remember her name. It was the Irish woman at the time that took over Love Island. I said, my God. Yo, these people are truly something. It's like, what? How do you sleep at night? You don't bat an eye. You don't think nothing suspicious here? You just in the limelight world of, fucking TV and whatnot, and cameras in your face and Papa fucking Razzi. And it's like, okay, you ain't got an inkling, or are you directly involved? Like, what the fuck is going on? Crazy shit. Also, anyway, back to his birthday numerology. 115, you got 4 at 29 at 82. Chilling equals 115, right? You've also got, we spoke about 33 already on his last name. And it happened on Sunday, the only day of the week that equates to 33. The only month that equates to 33 is October, even though I know it went in October, but if anybody knew, that might be, listening. Now, knifing, was it knifing 43? Killing 43, death 97. As I say, you can see the rest of the numerology there at the bottom of when he was born. So again, that precipitation for him, polarization is just sealed in. He's got no awareness via his gene pool. He might have been on medication, truly lost in the cosmic wind, getting blown around, doesn't understand the environment that he's in, what he's been subjected to. So it's just a recipe for this to happen. This is my point. And because it's so unforeseen, and then those that get to somewhat articulate, again, I don't know it all, but to pick up on, to say, hey, hold on, what's actually going on here? And as I keep pointing out, it's not that I'm trying to be combative to these other people that aren't putting out the information, but come on, man, cut me some slack. Obviously, it's going to get a little bit of frustration here and there. It's like, okay, can you not see this? Did you not see the message I left? Did you not see, like, come on, did you not get the when I added you on a video? It's like, what the fuck is going on here, man? You are a catalyst for change, but at the same time, right now, you are the worst catalyst for making people not have the ability or the chance to see, oh wow, look at the extra layers, look at Michael Ward Top Boy, boom, 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 you know what I mean? LV General, XYZ, you know what I mean? The girl involved, not with the LV one, but with what's his name, boom, 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 you know what I mean? Like, wow, it was a recipe for the precipitation of the day for that to go down. But you are just like looking at, you know, subsurface, shallow fucking levels, and I'm not saying that I'm going ultra deep, but because it's so in your face. Yeah, so I will say it's even so shallow in your face. That's my point. So how is it not something that pulls you in? How is it going over your head? How is it, oh my God, it's just so many numbers when it's the same blood clot numbers that you're seeing all the time? It's not like, like, come on, man. As I say, I know there's different levels to this when it comes to decoding with numerology and gematria and whatnot, but I keep it pretty simple for a reason over here. I can direct it to, you know, Dr. Savage, Zach when he's ready, this one, that one, that, you know, there's layers to this now. Yeah, and I think even maybe before my next stream, I think I'm gonna have to see if I can get Dr. Savage to look at some stuff biblically concerning Sam Neill, because the 33 ritual with him and what I've got to show concerning the movie, well, he was in Peaky Blinders, and if you didn't see my post I put up for the incoming stream, I put a link up for the other guy that was in Peaky Blinders that died via the huge Jesus ritual, and even in the show he was called Jesus. What was the guy's name? The black British guy. I think he was from Jamaica. Benjamin Zephaniah. Yeah, huge in the UK for poetry. He was, you know, I think huge dyslexic. And he refused to get the OBE from the, you know, the Order of the British Empire because he said, "No, man, like, how am I going to take that medal from you, like?" But my point is, go and watch the videos and I show you, oh shit, the timing that he received it, the timing that he didn't want it, when it was in the news, the timing of his death, how Jesus, Christianity and whatnot all factors in. Then the last time he was on the show, Peaky Blinders, which is a huge show. I've never watched the show. And they just brought out a movie, I think last year or this year. When you see how it all runs parallel now with Sam Neill, and as we know, Jesus 33 dies 33, and as I keep explaining, and other people, it's all inside out. There's no rapture from outside. You are what you seek. The 33 vertebrae from your spine, from hell, the root chakra. Obviously, there's a multitude of things for each chakra. Yeah, you could say, right? But obviously, red, hell, down below, the last bit of the ladder. But obviously, the root chakra also equates to being foundated in solid foundation. Yeah? Obviously, that grounding or grounding your mind and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's not, you know, it's a multitude of things, but obviously you go up through the colors, up through the fucking Jacob's ladder, right? Crisscrossing around your flipping spine with the blood clot kundalini. Yeah, heaven is in your head. And as I keep been explaining to you, especially with that video, I need to watch the rest of it though, with the projection stuff, with the camera stuff from Seven Boma in a standing. Shout out to Seven as always. You know, as I say, I mean, words create worlds, hence why tetragrammaton. I mean, give me a break. Do you not get it yet? That's why the pen is mightier than the sword. Do you not get it yet? In the Bible it says, let's go down and confuse them with language. Do you not get it yet? Hello? Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. Let's remix history, let's do this and that. So if, as I pointed out a bazillion times, if it's all going through your projector and everybody else's, and you don't know anything better than what you've been taught, and you don't know you're veering off course, you've been took off your spiritual equilibrium, all this stuff we've gone over a gazillion times over here. Of course, then you're painting in and bringing into fruition the distorted world that these scumbag wants. Well, for the most part, the masses have no idea how plagued society is with satanic this, satanic that, the schooling, the books, the stories, the shows, the cartoons, the adult shows, movies and whatnot. You know what I mean? Fuck, it is, you know, the concert that you want to go to, or let's go to the weekend, let's go and watch Drake, or, you know what I mean? The Jay-Z and fucking Eminem, or whoever it is, fucking Beyonce and Destiny's Child reunite. For the most part, they're all satanic scumbags, man. Taylor Swift, you know what I mean? I mean, the list is so long. We ain't even got all day to get all through them. Jesus. That's how crazy it is. But anyway, back to the day in question, right? Life lesson 29. She was a Sikh. Got over that already, right? Life lesson 29. You've even got numerology of 20 in there as well. Yeah, you've even got 20. I mean, 45. Well, time to RIP anyway. And I think we did have a 20 for something. Let me just quickly go and come up with a slide here. Did we have a 20? Give me a moment. Maybe not. I might be chatting shit. Okay, looks like I'm chatting shit. Oh no, Sikh! Mic check. Here I am, getting into the flow. Excuse me, stupid thing kicked me out. I had to reboot the screen and whatnot. But anywho, Sikh equals 20. So not only have we got the life lesson of 29, 7 and 12 and 2 and 0 and 2 and 6 equals 29. Sikh equals 29. We've got a numerology. So again, a life lesson 29, we've got a numerology of 20 as well. Sikh equals 20, like time, death, RIP. Again, we're talking about Kirandeep Kaur from Hayes. She got stabbed to death in her house. Again, a random man was walking around, knocking doors. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he knocked her door, but he definitely climbed through the window, if I'm not mistaken. So again, what are the odds of that? She's a Sikh that gets stabbed to death. Sikh equals 29. You've got a life lesson of 29. Sikh equals 29. You've got a numerology of 20. Sikh equals 20. Also on the day, you've got numerology of 45 and 27. Daniel equals 45 and 27, like knife equals 45 and 27. You see? And it's got a numerology of 36 on the day. Daniel equals 36. Come on, man. How? Oh, man. It's amazing how this information is just nowhere, man. It truly is something. Right. And it was her full name, first and last with the 82. Holy shit. Oh, my God. I'm just seeing this now in real time. Are you ready for what I'm about to say? Holy shit. Unless you clocked it already. Are you seeing this? The day that Daniel Sean James, the perpetrator from Hayes, Uxbridge, that stabbed up the woman after knocking on random doors and stabbed somebody else, but then went on to stab the 24-year-old woman to death, who left behind, 3 or 4 kids as well. She was a student. On his birthday, the day he's born in 1982, remember, her full name equals 82. The word knives equals 82. The perpetrator is born in 1982, the 29th of April. Again, Sikh equals 29. The woman on July 12th the other day gets killed on life lesson of 29. Remember, stabbing and stabbing equals 29. The guy is born on the 29th of April, the 119th day of the year. Mental health, mood swing, welfare. Again, think about welfare check. We've gone over that already. Mood swing. If you write out state of mind, it equals 171. The 171st prime is 1019. Drop the 0. Now, what am I getting to right here? 4 and 29, 19 and 82 equals 134. Kirandeep Kaur equals 134, along with the 82. Remember, knives equals 82, and the perpetrator, Daniel Sean James, is born in 1982, and he's born on a day with a numerology of 134, and the woman he killed in 2026 Kirandeep Kaur equals 134. Let me say that again. I'm seeing this in real time because I didn't see this before I went live. I said, oh my God, pupil dilation. He's born in 1982. Knives equals 82. This is what the fuck I'm saying to you here. Bouncer, why are you showing? Or anybody, not just Bouncer again. I'm not trying to get combative. I'm just doing a little joke at the same time. You've got 24 hours. Don't worry, I've got a video coming up. I'm going to use your soundbite. I might do it tonight or tomorrow, yeah? At the same time, though, I'm running job, but I'm being serious at the same time. Like, what are you lot doing, man? You lot are looking at stuff too much. I mean, come on, man. Weak. The man's born in 1982. The word knives equals 82. The woman he killed, Uxbridge Hayes, again, the guy that was walking around going to random houses, Daniel Sean James in the UK a couple of days ago on July 12th, he was knocking certain couple of doors in Hayes, Uxbridge. He stabbed one person, right, who survived. I think it was a male in his 20s. And then, I don't know if he knocked on this woman's door or if he just climbed through her window and killed her, right? He's born in 1982. This woman's name, we're going through the slides on my community wall post. You can follow along. I'll put the link in the comments in the live stream. Hit that link, it will go straight there. It's not going to cut off the video, the live stream, or if you're watching it on the playback. Yeah? Knives equals 82. The perpetrator is born in 1982. Kirandeep Kaur, the woman that died, the Sikh woman, that was her religion. Again, this guy's born on the 29th of April. Stabbing and stabbing 29, Sikh equals 29. July 12th, 2026 has a life lesson of 29. Sikh 29. When this man's born, he's born with a numerology of 134. So in 1982, so he's born April 29th, 4 at 29, at 19, at 82. He's born 1982, right? So again, 4 at 29, at 19, at 82 equals 134. Kirandeep Kaur equals 134 using the alphabetic order. A's 1 up to Z's 26. So Kirandeep, that's her first name and last name, Kaur. Add up the numerical value, it's 134. So how did we start today? What did I say? As I've said how many times? Is there a code playing out and you're just playing out your character role, but unbeknownst to the majority of the world, they don't realize that the code frequency has been warped by nefarious activity from satanic scumbags that rule the world. They control football. They control all the sports. All the sports are Freemasonic, made from Freemasons. Baseball, basketball, this thing, that thing, football, yeah? So imagine if they've bent a code to their favor and you don't understand the presentation of the day, how you're polarized in nature, how are you going to have a chance then to maybe transmute maybe how you feel on a day and be like, oh, you know what, I'm not doing that. Or even, oh shit, come across this information and use your brain cells to understand and look at something very fucking simple. Oh look, you haven't got to the terrain of the day, but you can at least see the forecast of what's coming up. The precipitation, like rain, forecast in the rain, the precipitation. Being a meteorologist, here we are being a Gamuntra, numerology meteorologist, if you may. So again, I pointed out literally the same type of stuff over and over again. Can you not see the importance of what's being conveyed? Like, what the fuck is going on? Whether it's cancer, Sam Neill that died, the actor, because I'm going to have a big follow-up coming up maybe straight after this, because, I'm on a roll right now. I've warmed up. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what? How do we have naysayers? Even if you're going to say, oh, well, it's like on that sports thing or Simple Truth TV, I don't know what Arthur did and he changed what he said, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, cool. But does that now take away, all that can be proven and shown that there is some type of structure organically and nefariously? How do you just, let's just be out of pocket. Let's call Audio Oracle. Let's say he shagged his mom. Oh, that's cool. Oh, let's take his thumbnail picture or Zach's thumbnail picture. Now let's do an AI prompt and make a song, and let's do some gay stuff in the video. Oh, I'm so cool. My name's the Badgering Podcast. Oh, I'm Cuts One. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Again, I'm not saying you can't have a bit of discrepancy with, oh wow, I don't like what you did there. or you don't like what he did in another sector, but your psychosis is so bad in your perceptual stance. Unfortunately, I can only wish you well, but there's no help for you. And that's what I wasn't even going to mention those cats in his stream. Even the title of what he used the other day, I see it pop up, and I was like, "Are you really going to use that title?" Because they used my banner, and then they put Zach's head where Neo is. You know, I've got all the news stuff and the Sky, Sun News, this thing, that thing. You know, I've got my banner on my YouTube channel. So at the Bodrian podcast, he's put that and Dutty Mouth Boy, aka Yuck Mouth. He's put Zombieland clowns, which is funny because really you're referring to yourself because you're the clown in Zombieland world. And the other one, Badgering podcast, he said, what was his title? He put, at Zombieland Variant, but then he's put, this is the only time I'm going to acknowledge you. Count yourself grateful. And I'm saying, you don't even make any sense. Hypocritical, contradicting, like, what are you talking about? When it was you that's always been really chatting shit, trying to look attention, and I wasn't biting or snagging on your line that you've got the fishing rod out trying to get me to snag on the line. Yeah? Then, totally blanked you with that nonsense that you said about my mum. Remember that shit that you said 3 months ago? Or over 3 months ago? Do you remember that nonsense? I didn't even reply. You left 2 comments around that time. I didn't reply to any of them. Then you come out of nowhere about a week ago and said, or 2 weeks ago, and said what you said. Is stop atting me and stop mentioning. What are you talking about? Nobody was doing anything. What are you talking about? Don't make sense. So this is my point. That's how you can see me even talking about it, even though I'm just doing it briefly in this transmission. You should count yourself lucky whether you understand where I'm coming from or not. Because, you're beyond the waste of time and kilojoules. But I'm saying this for other people, not even so much speaking to you. This is just for other people. So if they, listen to the end of the stream, yada, 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 and then they know how to deal with certain people if they come across them in their slipstream and life lane. So let's keep it moving. Said enough on that. And remember, her name, Kirandeep 52, like stabbing and stab wound, like stabbing 52, but also note stabbing equals 74, like stabs equals 74, right? And go to slide 7. And in the same year, you can see that it's 74 days from the perpetrator, Daniel Sean James's birthday, to him killing this woman. And stabs and stabbing and killing equals 74? I mean, come on, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me. All that we've just gone over. I mean, where's the debunk? There's not even no point in me saying, where's the debunkers? I mean, that's just being silly. I mean, also, him killing the Sikh on that day, interesting as well. Lastly, we know it wasn't her on this occasion that had mental health stuff, but 61 mental health equals 61. Just say, man, we can change what the template is being set out for you, but obviously not everybody's going to see X, Y, Z. So, those that can see somewhat and more and beyond, count yourself lucky to a degree and just keep pushing with what you can see, what and feel in your heart, because it's clear to see. Don't let it's like NASA or whoever or some turbulence troll will come and the sky's red. Like, no, the sky's blue. No, it's not. Okay, NASA. Okay, turbulence trolls. Okay, government. Okay, we believe ya. You got to get beyond the lies, man. But anywho, depression equals 52. We had some type of depressed individual, mental health and all of that, right? Again, stabbing and stabbing or whatever else we had 52. Remember the woman's name was 52. Now, mental health issues equals 104, yeah? 104. Now, if you go back from slide 8 to slide 7 of 8, on the right-hand side, the Alternative span, of course, we've got 2 months, 13 days, the famous 213. We know death equals 213. But aside the 74 days that we already went over, stabbing and stab 74, killing 74. What's the alternative span? 10 weeks and 4 days. Mental health issues, which Daniel Sean James would have been suffering from. And remember, Daniel equals 45 and 27. Just like knife equals 45 and 27. He stabbed the woman to death in Hayes on the day with that numerology, 45 and 27, and a numerology of 36. And Daniel also equals 36. So right, folks, I think we can on the rebound. I think it's time to bounce. I might save the next one for later. I might do it in a minute. I'll see how I feel in a moment. But yeah, Sam Neill and all the parallels with Sam Neill, the actor that died the other day from Jurassic Park. And we'll look at all the 33 and Jesus symbolisms with Peaky Blinders, with Event Horizon. If you know the movie Event Horizon. Yeah, a lot of what's the demon's name? Pyman demon, and a lot of Christ symbolism in there as well, and satanic stuff. So very interesting to look at concerning again symbolism, and of course the numerology and the timing of all of this. Not to mention the timing now, a couple of days after his death, when they come out and say, "Oh, he dies of pneumonia." Wow, pneumonia equals 45, and they come out and say that on the 197th day of the year, and the 45th prime is 197. Not to mention they say on a day with a life lesson of 33 and numerology of 69. And what are the symptoms of arsenic, which is one of those things that they say the Jesuit order and Freemasonic lot like to use. Go on, listen to the song Murder by Numbers by the band called The Police. They're talking about, you know, you don't really have to break a sweat. You can just put a little something in their drink. Maybe something like arsenic, and arsenic equals 33. Think about all the 33s that we've had thus far with Sam Neill. From the movie Disclosure Day release, his death is 33 days. 33 years and 33 days from the release of Jurassic Park, the first one. Again, starring Sam Neill. Real name Nigel Neill. Again, Sam Neill. Sam equals 33, the numerical value. Not to mention there's probably another 10 33s that go with what I'm talking about. But I'm going to save it for the next stream. So catch you on the rebound. Wholeness, but nothing like hashtag don't be a basic sprainer. And of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit. See you on the rebound. Maybe. Wholeness.
Perfect. and charming in the hood. I've been tapping into memory, been misunderstood. I've been vibing, I've been minding, I've been riding crash conscious. Even kinda big, now I'm slightly obnoxious. In a loop with a zoo every day. I'm a loose, selfish on my terms, cause I've been given, been kind, been silly, been blind. Now I'm tired. But what you saying, what you got for me? Life's a game of nothing. So obviously I roll the dice, play nice, fly high, starry-eyed, worldwide dreaming. Find the life meaning, believing in anything that keeps my soul feeling. My freedom's extreme, I need this knowledge, yeah, I borderline feeding. The universe connection and the weed help me feel it. In my body, in my soul, exploding, I know, round we go. But never really find a place that we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an idiot, I don't wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place that we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an idiot, I don't wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing, I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, astrophysical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shit, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit, it's illuminated shit.